Well, 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 Cornerstone, we meet again. It is good to be back in the wonderful town of Wadsworth, which the sign coming in says is the village of country living. That's a nice little slogan. Other towns went a tad more creative. So we got Gas, Kansas, don't pass gas, stop and enjoy it. And Lake City, Iowa, everything but a lake. I decided to call this routine Unfortunate Names because names are important, and some things and even people just got unlucky when it came time to name them. My husband and I are trying to start a family, and I love thinking about what to name our future children. I'm a big fan of unique names. I do have my limits. I'm not naming my kid after a villain or an evil person from history, so Loki, Ares, and Jezebel are all off the table. One of my ideas is to name our children after birds. I'm a big bird fan. Instead of having a quiver full of children, like Psalm 127 talks about, we'll have a flock of children. You know, Jay, Robin, Piper, Wren, Phoenix, Oriole, that's a pretty cool name, Hawk. I think these are all viable names. My favorite idea that I am unable to persuade my husband or anybody else about is naming a future son, first name Justin, middle name Case, so just in case Adams. And while I may not be thinking about the potential of him getting teased, I am thinking about his future. There's so many business opportunities with this name. A lawyer, for instance, he could have a tagline, in a wreck, call me, just in case. Dermatologist, got a mystery boil on your foot? You should get that looked at by a doctor, just in case. And a private investigator, Justin is on the case. I see it as setting up my child for success while I am continually entertained. Other people think I'm setting him up for future therapy sessions. Speaking of taglines, I came up with one years ago for Church's Chicken. We got any Church's Chicken fans here? Woo! All right. I've never been there, but I did come up with the tagline for them. Church's Chicken, every piece blessed by a priest. Then you get a priest back in the kitchen, splash a little holy water in every bucket of chicken before it goes out. Holy. Going back to names, names are important, especially when you're making a movie. I mean, they have got to make sense. I watched Good Will Hunting with Matt Damon and Robin Williams recently. Interesting, thought-provoking movie. But imagine my surprise. There is no Good Will Hunting in this movie. Spoiler alert, not once does Matt Damon go to Goodwill hunting for bargains. There are 0 trips to Goodwill in this movie. None. He never goes there. He never even goes hunting in this movie. Goodwill Hunting? Strange name. Sometimes the title actually does make sense. Like this one for a TV series, it's called The Sniffer. The synopsis says a crime investigator uses his extraordinary sense of smell to solve a multitude of crimes. However, his special talent comes at a personal cost. I wonder what that personal cost might be. Guy walks in a crime scene and go, I smell evidence of a crime. That's not normal, folks. Not normal. I haven't seen this show, but are the police just handing this guy evidence like, hey, take a whiff of this candy wrapper we found at the crime scene. What do you think? I think his first name's Jackson. Drives a Ford Escort, blue. No, red. Yeah, that Snickers wrapper is definitely from the guy who stole the money. That's our man. Can you imagine this guy on a date? Woman he's out on a date with is like, so what do you do for work? I smell candy wrappers at crime scenes. I can smell a criminal from a mile away. Oh, that's neat, I guess. He's like McGruff the crime dog from the 80s, sniffing out crime. Sometimes there are unfortunate titles given to movies, and I asked ChatGPT for some suggestions. Here's what I found. This one actually has 2 titles in one. Those Magnificent Men in Their Flying Machines, or How I Flew to from London to Paris in 25 hours and 11 minutes. So specific. Now, I'm a bit perplexed by this title because of the word or. Is this a movie about magnificent men, plural, in airplanes, or about one man who flew from London to Paris in exactly 25 hours and 11 minutes? Or is this a double feature? 2 movies, 1 title? I have so many questions. Here's another long title, The Englishman Who Went Up a Hill But Came Down a Mountain. I think something's missing here. I think they should add, or How I Climbed Mount Everest in 25 hours and 11 minutes. And then this last one, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. This movie's from 1964. I have actually seen some of this movie, but I don't really remember it. So what is this movie about? Did Santa get tired of delivering presents and decide to take on world domination instead? Elon Musk switched to colonizing the moon. Is this the reason why? Santa's already set up shop on Mars? It's taken? Plan B, let's go to the moon. What always amazes me about these type of movies is that multiple people agreed to make this thing. Somebody was like, you know what would be a great movie? Picture this. Santa goes to Mars, conquers the place, promotes all the elves to oversee the new Martian workforce. What do you think? Other guy's like, genius plot, when do we start? Director says, let's start next week. Got a couple of buddies willing to be Martians, got some green paint in the garage, some plywood, built some sets. I know the guy who's been the mall Santa for Gurney Mills past 5 years. He'd be great in the lead role. Let's do this. I think the sequel should be Elon challenging Santa's reign. Pit the robots against the elves to free the Martians. I'll call it Battle for Mars, Elon's Revenge. Now that is a great title for a film. Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.